श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्ण।
इटली माता जी
हाँ
और महाराजन
हाँ
बाकी वैभव पूरी गोस्वामी महाराज तेरो भाव देती आज
हाँ मालूम है।
तो आगे पीछे जे रकम अपना रिश्ता हो तो पर एक बोल ना आगे बोल जे रकम।
अच्छा आज भी एक विशेष तिथि है। पूज्यपाद भक्ति वैभव पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की आज 13 भाव तिथि, उनका 13 भाव उनके पहले हम लोग नारसिंह कविराज एक श्री दंता था। बाद में उन्होंने सब छोड़कर मठवासी हुआ। यहाँ यही मायापुर में जहाँ आश्रम महाराज का मठ है, भजन कुटीर, मठ तो नहीं भजन कुटीर, वहाँ ही उन्होंने संन्यास ग्रहण किया। पूज्यपाद भक्ति सर्वस्व गिरी महाराज तपस, बाद में वहाँ बैठ किया। उन्होंने कबूल मठ में रहते थे। कबूल से जब हम लोग पंजाब से जाते थे तो हम लोग उनको वहाँ कोई स्पेशल ट्रेन में भेंट करते थे और उनको साथ ही हम लोग वहाँ दर्शन में जाते थे। बाद में वहाँ से उनको अलग होने पड़ा तो राजमहेंद्री में उन्हें जो
The microphone.
Angle the microphone, bro.
गोदावरी का गोदावरी का ईस्ट साइड में एक छोटा से मठ बनाया। वहाँ से जितना वक्त हम लोग जाते थे वहाँ प्रसाद ले करके हाजिर हो जाते। और इसमें से उस वक्त बच्चा था गोविंद महाराज। तो गोविंद महाराज वहाँ प्रसाद लेके आते थे और ये लोग हमारा हैदराबाद मठ में जाते थे क्योंकि उनका कैपिटल टाउन है हैदराबाद, इसलिए जाने पड़ता था। जो कुछ है कंट्रोल का जो था ऐसा होता। आखिर में भक्ति विजय पुरुषोत्तम तीर्थ महाराज का मठ था विशाखापट्टनम में। विशाखापट्टनम में उनका मठ था जिसका बोलता है एरिया का नाम कृष्णनगर। बाद में और एक मठ बना विशाखापट्टनम में जिसका नाम है लेसन्स बे, वहां बनाया एक मठ। तो जब वहां लेसन्स बे में मंदिर प्रतिष्ठा हुआ, विग्रह प्रतिष्ठा हुआ, उस वक्त हमने वहां किया था। परम पूज्यपाद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज, मैं पूज्यपाद नारायण महाराज, ये सब वहाँ किया था। तो वहाँ मैं और था सभापति सभा में। तो मैंने वहाँ उनको बोल दिया, क्या बोला ये लेसन्स बे को बदले में राधा नगर कीजिए, जैसे कृष्ण नगर है और इसका नाम राधा नगर कीजिए। इस वक्त सुन के बड़ा उल्लास हुआ हमारा, क्योंकि वो जगह का नाम बदल करके राधा नगर बना दिया। अभी जो वहाँ गया था उनका आविर्भाव तिथि में उस वक्त ये बात उल्लेख करने से उन्होंने, उनका जो शिष्य है महाराज एक, उन्होंने बोला यहाँ हो गया, नाम ऐसा हो गया। जैसा भी हो, उन्होंने पुरी में जो मठ, ये भी पुरुषोत्तम तीर्थ महाराज का मठ है, उन्होंने उनको दे के किया था। तो वहाँ उन्होंने, महाराज ने असुस्थ लीला किया, कुछ खाता नहीं, सब बंद। उनका शिष्य लोग मुझे बोला कि महाराज आपको साथ बहुत प्रीति करते हैं, आप जाके उनको बोलो। उन्होंने अनुसरण किया, वो कुछ लेते नहीं, चरणामृत लेते और कुछ नहीं। तो मैंने दिया, बोले अभी नहीं जाऊंगा तुम्हारे साथ, बाद में मैं जाऊंगा। दूसरे रोज सुबह में वहाँ हाजिर हुआ तो महाराज को बोला कि महाराज आप खाता नहीं पीता नहीं, क्या बात है? तो उन्होंने बड़ा धीमे आवाज से मुझे बताया, बर्निंग पेन, बर्निंग पेन। तो उसके बाद मैंने बोला ये लोग उनको, ये इनको मिश्री भिगाकर शुगर कैंडी इसमें रख देना, और वो ऐसा वो पिघलेगा नहीं, उसका एक करके ऊपर में रख देना और वो नीचे जाके गिरेगा। उसका साथ सौंफ मिला करके 1 चम्मच 2 चम्मच करके बार बार देना। तो 2-3 दिन बाद में मैं मिलने के लिए गया तो उन्होंने बोला, मैंने खाया, क्या खाया? चावल लिया, बैगन लिया, पटल, ऐसा ग्रहण किया। तो सेवक ने बोला वो तो ना की बराबर है, बोले तभी तो लिया। फिर जो डॉक्टर को बोला, जो विशाखापट्टनम का डॉक्टर, उनका इलाज किया था, तो उन्होंने जब उनको नहीं कुछ ले सकता तब उन्होंने बोला जो दवाई स्ट्रॉन्ग था, पूरी में उस वक्त मौसमी नहीं मिलता, तो विशाखापट्टनम से मौसमी लाना, फिर भुवनेश्वर ऐसा देते थे, लेके सुस्त हुआ। उसका बाद उन्होंने विदेश में प्रचार में किया, तो उसमें उनका तिरुवक, उस वक्त मैं यहाँ परिक्रमा में था, बाद में ये हुआ। पुरुषोत्तम तीर्थ महाराज जब ये किया तब उसके लिए टेलीग्राम किया मेरा पास, तो कोई बुद्धिमान व्यक्ति वो बड़ा गुस्सा में आया, बड़ा गुस्सा में। तो टेलीग्राम तो मुझे दिया नहीं, बाद में ये हुआ, समझ में कमी है और चिंताशील नहीं है, इसलिए। तो बाद में देखा वहाँ वो जो विदेश से आया तब उन्होंने भी किया। आज उनका तिरुवक्ति थी, उनको स्मरण करता हूँ, उनका वंदना करता हूँ। अभी आज का जो वक्तव्य विषय इसका बारे में मैं कहूँगा। बोलने से तो व्यक्ति को तो बात आ जाता है, क्योंकि उनका मौत बहरमपुर में गया, हरेड़ा खंड में, वो भी उनको दिया था नित्यानंद प्रभु। पहले वहाँ रहता, उसका वहाँ जब बैखनस महाराज सुस्त लीला किया, वहाँ नर्सिंग होम में एडमिट था, उसको भी किया था वो। तो ऐसे ही आदान प्रदान बहुत तेज था। गुरु जी का कृपा से किसी का साथ हमारा ये नहीं था। अभी कहाँ से शुरू है इसका? लीला सुधा सुरूधनी रसिक मुकुट मुनि रसाभिषेक गद गद हिया।
के ऊपर
प्रथम से सभे मिली रसात भाव भरे उन्माद, भावो भरे उन्माद। यही व्यवसाय तेरो दिन सभे मिली मतलब वो जो पूर्वोक्त तो गोस्वामियों का नाम बोला, जैसे जैसे ये लोगों के साथ मेल हुआ, रघुनाथ, रूप, सनातन, लोकनाथ, और श्रीनिवास का प्रति दया था। तो ये लोग उनका कृपा प्रार्थना को क्या करते थे, एक साथ मिल के ना सबे मिली रोसा साथ भावो भरे उन्मा। यही व्यवसाय तेरह दिन सबे मिले रूप, सनातन, श्रीनिवास उनका शिष्य होने से भी वो लोगों का साथ जिसका जैसा संबंध, इसी में भी रस का बात बोलते थे, ये रस साधन करते थे। और भाव भरे उन्माद, भाव भरे मतलब भाव किसको बोलता है? खांति, अभ्यर्थ कालत्वम, विरक्ति, मानसिन्नता, आशाबंध, समुत्कंठा, नाम गाने सदा रुचि, आसक्तिस्तद गुणाख्याने प्रतिस्तद वसति स्थले इत्यादयानुभावस्य जाते भावांकुरे जने। भाव का अंकुर होने से ऐसा होगा। रसा साधन अंतरंग लया करे रस आस्वादन, बहिरंग लया करे नाम संकीर्तन। तो इसमें कुछ भेद नहीं। अंतरंग के साथ प्रेम आस्वादन और बहिरंग के साथ नाम कीर्तन। तो इसलिए इनका प्रति कृपा का अभाव है ऐसा नहीं, इनका ऐसा ही अधिकार है। ये नाम कीर्तन करते करते ही कोई भाव आ जाएगा, और भाव हो जाने से ही इसी का आलोचना करने के लिए योग्यता आएगा। लीला सुधा सुरोधनी रसिक मुकुट मुनि रसाभिषेक गद गद हिया। लीला सुधा सुरोधनी, सुरोधनी गंगा। लीला का एक ऐसा चलता था प्रभाव गंगा जैसे। रसिक और मुकुट मुनि, रसिक लोग का मुकुट का मुनि, रसिक नहीं, रसिक का मुकुट का मुनि। ऐसा भी हुआ। रसाविषय गद गद किया, रस का आवेश में जब किसी को आवेश होता है से उसी भाव से ये करते हैं। इसका दो किस्म का भाव है, एक होता है प्रतिरज्जु से और एक होता है बहिर्जगत का। बहिर्जगत का जो आता है उसमें क्या करता है, वो अपना बॉस से कुछ करता नहीं, ये भी अपना बॉस से कुछ करता नहीं। उसमें क्या करता है, वो पिशाच डेमीगॉड ये लोग भर करने से तब क्या होता है, भाई उल्टा सीधा ये बात करते हैं। जैसे चोलराज का कन्या का ऊपर एक चढ़ाव हुआ था, तो इसको तो मैंने पढ़ा ग्रंथ में, लेकिन देखा भी। असम में ऐसा है, अभी है कि नहीं मालूम नहीं। जब मैंने गया था वो ऊपर से पत्तल आएगा, कोई आदमी पत्तल परिवेशन करेगा नहीं, ऊपर से पत्तल आकर के आपका पास पड़ जाएगा। वो पहले ही बता दिया कि हमारा पास आदमी का अभाव है, इसलिए कोई भयभीत तो होना नहीं, कोई दूसरी किस्म का चिंतन नहीं करना। वो आ जाता, अब पत्तल आपका सामने में गिर जाता। आज जरूरत पड़े तो वो बना देगा ऐसा कि आपका चाउर पकेगा नहीं। अगर पक गया होगा वो कीड़ा बन के चलने शुरू कर देगा। यह है दुष्ट ग्रह का दुष्प्रभाव। और जो जिनका ऐसा होगा तब उसमें वही रसिक बातें करते रहेंगे और रसे आस्वादन करते रहेंगे, और उसमें ही वही भाव में रात दिन वही चिंतन और कुछ नहीं। इसलिए बोलता है रसाविषय, रस 5 प्रकार की, शांतो दस्यो सुख वत्सुत्व। जिनका जो रस है वो उसी रस में आविष्ट होकर भाव में गदगद हो जाते हैं। इसीलिए स्वजातीय स्वय स्निग्धे साधु संगे सतो बने। स्वजातीय होने से एक रस का एक भाव में मिलेगा, तो इसी में भी ले करके ही बोलेंगे। ओहो ओहो राग सिंधु, ओहो दीन जन बंधु, जस गाय जगत भरिया। ओहो ओहो राग सिंधु, और राग का समुद्र ऐसा। ओहो दीन जन बंधु, और दीन जन का बंधु। दीन कौन है? दीन किसको बोलता है? ना बोलता है कि चैतन्य देव का आविर्भूत होने का पश्चात प्रेम दान लीला में जो शामिल नहीं हुआ वो है दीन। क्योंकि इस आपाम और साधारण को प्रेम दान दिया, और उसी में जो प्रेम में शामिल नहीं हुआ ये दीन। और दूसरी अर्थ करता है दीन, जस्तु असंतुष्ट सएव दीन। जो असंतोष है वो दीन, असंतोष होने से दीन बनता है। असंतोष किसी नहीं होता है। हमारा जो चाहिए 5 प्रकार की, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध, ये जो जो शब्द, जो स्पर्श, जो रूप, जो रस जाता है, उसको वो ना मिलने से उसका संतोष होता नहीं, गदगद होता नहीं, आनंद होता नहीं। इसीलिए सरल रस और चार किस्म का भोजन का व्यवस्था रखने पड़ता है भोजन को कराने वाला को। अगर ना करे तब जिसका दांत नहीं है वो चोरबो कैसे खाएगा? अगर बुगला को थाली में खाने दे वो खा सकता है? वो चोट से उठेगा रस? तो इसीलिए ये सब चाहिए। लेकिन ये सब कहाँ है? कहाँ है रसिक? कौन सा रस? ना संतो दसो सुखो बत्सो, ये रस कहाँ है? ये रस है कृष्ण में। और वो कृष्ण का जो भक्त और उनका भी बीच में जो संतो, जो दसो, जो सुखो, जो मधुर रस का भक्त है, उनका उसी रस में सुख होता है। तो ये लोग है रसिक चूड़ामणि। रसिक चूड़ामणि मतलब रसिक चूड़ा, रसिक का ये रस का जो आस्वादन करता है, इसको जो चरम रस, वही रस प्रेम रस, प्रेम भक्ति रस। तो कहते हैं ऐसा। और ये लोग दीन जन बंधु, दीन जन बोला जस्तु असंतुष्ट सही दीन, ये असंतोष रखता नहीं, इसको संतोष कर देते, इसलिए उनका दीन का बंधु कहते हैं। और क्या करते हैं? ये जगत भर में इसका प्रचार करते थे। कोई कीर्तन करते थे, मैंने प्रचार करते। कीर्तन शब्द अर्थ जो मृदंग वगैरह लेकर ही करना नहीं, ऐसा अष्ट स्पंदन मात्रे न कीर्तन, वैश्य के आपस में ये सब आलोचना। जस गाय जगत भरिया, ये लोगों का महिमा जगत पर सभी का होता है। हा मूर्ति सुमति, हा करुणारपूर, हा चिंतामणि गुणखनि, ये बार बार पश्चाताप करते हैं। हा हा मूर्ति सुमधुर, सुमधुर मूर्ति, करुणा का पूर, करुणार पूर। पूर होता है, भक्तिमान ठाकुर भी इसको कीर्तन में व्यवहार किया। पूर में पूर होता है ये जो उत्तम वस्तु जो पीठा पूरी बनाता है, उसका अंदर में एक उत्तम वस्तु डालते हैं, इसको बोलते हैं पूर। तो इसमें क्या पूर है? करुणार पूर, इसमें करुणा है। हा हा चिंतामणि गुणखनि, ये लोग है चिंतामणि और गुण का आकर खान। चिंतामणि क्या? जो चिंतन करते हैं वही फल मिलता है। तो यहाँ चिंतामणि कैसे? जैसे नाम चिंतामणि प्रभु धोनी, नाम ऐसा है जो जो रस को चिंतन करता है उनका वही रस मिलेगा। ये है वही नाम चिंतामणि। चिंतामणि गुणों खड़ी, चिंतामणि का गुण का एक खाम। हाँ प्रभु एक बार देखाओ माधुरी साथ श्री चरण कमल लावणी। वही बार बार इसको पश्चाताप करते, हे प्रभु एक दफा भी आपका माधुरी सारा क्या करो मुझे दिखाओ। किसलिए ना यदि कोई इसको एक दफा आस्वादन करे वो त्याग नहीं दे सकता। जगत का वस्तु में एक दफा हो जाए तो वो और ये रहेगा नहीं, लेकिन इसमें है ऐसा है जितना भी आस्वादन करे उतना ही भूख जाता हूँ। इनमें कभी एक होगा नहीं। इसलिए भगवान और भक्त ये आपस में जो प्रेम आस्वादन ये कभी बंद नहीं होता। भक्त भगवान का रस आस्वादन करते हैं और भगवान भक्तों का भक्ति रस आस्वादन करते हैं। तो कहते हैं कि हे प्रभु यही माधुरी का एक दफा दर्शन कीजिए, कराइए। श्री चरण कमल लावणी, चरण कमल का लावण्य। অশেষ জন্মের পরে অশেষ ভাগ্যের তরে তুয়া পরিকর পদ পাই নিজ কর্মের দোষে মজুর বিষয়ে রসে জনম গোয়ানু ফলি খাইয়া। क्या बोला? অনেক জন্মের পরে অশেষ ভাগ্যের तुआ पूरी करो पद पाई। बहु जन्म का बाद, क्योंकि 84 लाख जन्म बिताने के बाद मनुष्य जन्म मिलता है। अरे मनुष्य जन्म में भी सत्संग मिलना कठिन है। और सत्संग का बीच में जो कामतरस का भक्त ये और दुर्लभ है। तुआ परिकर पद पाई। तुम्हार जो परिकर तुम्हार जन तादेर चरण निज कर्मेर दोषे मजनू विषय रसे जन्म गोयनु। अनेक माने अपना कर्म का दोष से, ये दूसरी के लिए नहीं, जो जीव कर्म करता है उसका दोष गुण दोनों ही उनका तो बोलता है अपना कर्म का दोष से एक विषय रस में वास दिया। जन्म गुआनु खोली खैया। जन्म कैसे बिताया? खोली खैया। खोली खैया समझते है जिसका तेल निकल लेता है उसका बाद जो बचता है तेल को निकलने के बाद वो जो कुछ वस्तु उसको खा के ये बिताया, अर्थात रस मिला नहीं, उसमें रस नहीं है। अपराध हो पड़े मने तथापि तुम्हारे गुणे पतित पावन आशा बंद। अपराध हमारा याद होता है, नहीं है ये याद होता नहीं, तब भी आपका गुण से क्या होता है? हमारा आशा होता है। उसी को मैं आशा करता हूँ। किसी लिए आप है पतित पावन और मैं है पतित, इसीलिए हमारा आशा है जे जो तो पतित হয় तब कृपा तो पाए ताते हमें सुपात्र हो। मैं तो दान करने के लिए सुपात्र हूँ। किस विचार से सुपात्र हूँ? जो जितना पतित होता है आपका दया उनका प्रति उतना ही होता है। इस विचार से मैं आपका कृपा पात्र हूँ। अब आज दूसरी जगह में बताया
भक्तिरुदंचति यद्यपि माधव ना त्वयि मम तिल मात्री परमेश्वरता
और बात बताया। क्या बोला? यद्यपि आपन गुणे मने হয় ক্ষোভ तथापि तुम्हार गुणे उपजय हो। अपना विचार करे तो मन में क्षोभ होता है कि इस वस्तु को प्राप्ति के लिए योग्य तो मेरे में नहीं है, लेकिन आपका जो गुण इससे हमारा लोभ जाता है। यद्यपि माधव क्या यदि यद्यपि माधव न तो ये मम तिल मात्री परमेश्वरता तदपि तवाधिक दुर्घटो घटनो विधात्री। ये दुर्घट को घटन करते हैं, ऐसा आपका चरित्र है। लोभेते चंचल मति उपेक्षिले नहीं गति फुकरई मनोहर मंद। लोभ से मेरा मन चंचल है, और यदि आप उपेक्षा कर दो, नेग्लेक्ट करो तो कोई गति नहीं। तो इसके लिए पुकारता है मनोहर मंद। मनोहर माने ये कीर्तन करने वाला। इति श्री गोपाल भट्ट गोस्वामी सोचक समान कथो
আপনাকে পেট করে বসবো কি?
Today is also a very special day, the disappearance day of Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj. So that's why Srila Maharaj first he started speaking about him, that how Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Maharaj mentions many times, even though he was very senior to me, but still I was having always relationship like friends. We used to have so much conversation on different topics like friends. So Srila Maharaj was saying that many remembrance comes in the mind when I start speaking that we met in Baharampur and what kind of conversation we were having. We met in Kubur and then we had different conversations. So in this way, different places we met together and there were so many different interactions were there. Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, he accepted sannyas in Sridham Mayapur itself from Srila Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Goswami Maharaj, the founder of Sri Vinod Vani Gaudiya Math in Vrindavan, and a personality who sent 100 rupees money order to our Gurudev, to our Param Gurudev, when he was having no money at all. He left Chaitanya Math, staying in Kolkata, and the day when his god brother Narayan Mukhopadhyay, he visited him. He wanted to serve him on the day of Ekadashi. He was having no money at all, and bird dropped some money. By that he served his god brother, and on the same day that 100 rupee money order came to him from Srila Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Maharaj. So Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj accepted sannyas from Srila Bhakti Sarvasva Giri Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Maharaj mentioned he accepted sannyas in this place which is very close to the ghat. This place is now called Shri Gaur Govinda Ashram. Earlier Param Advaiti Maharaj was having that place, and now this Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj disciples, they are there, they are this place. Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj accepted sannyas at that place itself. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how he was always fond of serving Vaishnavas. Whenever Srila Maharaj along with many other devotees from Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, they used to come to Hyderabad or used to pass from Kubur, the place of Sriman Mahaprabhu and Rai Ramanand's Milan Sthali. So he personally used to send Bhakti Kamal Govinda Maharaj with prasadam for all the devotees. That our devotees have arrived, we must take prasadam for them on the station. If they can come here, we will definitely welcome them. Otherwise, at least bring prasadam to them over there. So in this way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that he was very fond of serving Vaishnavas. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how he got opportunity one time to stay with him in Beharampur when there was DT installation festival over there. Srila Maharaj was there. My Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj, all these devotees, they were there. And Srila Maharaj mentions many times that how they were there for 2 or 3 days. The place where DT installation was there, the name of that place was Lessons Bay. And then Srila Maharaj in his speech, because the mayor of that city was also been invited, and Srila Maharaj requested him that now our Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, he has established mutt here. So I request you, because this place is very close to Krishna Nagar, so I request you that if you can change the name of this place and keep Radha Nagar, because Krishna Nagar is very close. So instead of Lessons Bay, you can change this name to Radha Nagar. And then I'm also hearing this same thing from Maharaj from many years, that how he approached mayor. But then at the end Srila Maharaj used to say, I requested him, but it happened or not, I don't know. But this time in January, when Srila Maharaj visited Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Math on his appearance day, he was mentioning the same thing. And then this is Sridhar Maharaj, I don't know his complete name, Bhakti Swarup Sridhar Maharaj, he confirmed, Maharaj, whatever you desired, that happened. And now that place is really known as Radha Nagar. So Srila Maharaj was very happy on that day. Whoever was there, they saw that how much he was, oh really, that happened, oh okay, now I'm so happy to hear. From years I did not heard this. So in this way Srila Maharaj mentioned that incident also. And then he mentioned that how sometime he used to visit him on his appearance day also. One time Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj, he manifested his sickness past time. and then his disciples, they were unable to approach him that he must eat something. But then they came to Srila Maharaj that, oh, you are having a very good friendship with him. If you can please request him to eat something, you can speak with him. And then Srila Maharaj, he visited him in his Puri Math and requested him. First asked him that, Maharaj, I heard that you are not eating nowadays. Why it is like that? Then he mentioned that I am having burning pain from many days. That's why I don't feel to eat anything. And then Srila Maharaj, he requested that, Maharaj, you can take dab, coconut water for some days. And then he said that, oh, coconut water is not suitable for my body. So that's why I don't take. Then Srila Maharaj said, okay, you can take water, sugar, like sugar candy, water, along with this सौंफ को क्या कहते हैं? Fennel. So soak this into water and then take this. Then Srila Maharaj said he started taking it for some days, and then when I visited him after few days, then he himself mentioned that, oh, while I took that, I am feeling relieved. And today I have taken rice, I have taken eggplant, I have taken parmal, this portal. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that in this way he mentioned, and after that he started visiting Western world when his health was recovered. So with that also Srila Maharaj started mentioning, and then Srila Maharaj said that, oh, on his disappearance day, the day when he disappeared, I was in Mayapur. I heard about it when he disappeared and felt great pain in my heart. That, okay, one by one, all the devotees of Srila Prabhupada, they are leaving this world. In this way, Srila Maharaj said, I offer my Pushpanjali at his lotus feet and pray for, I remember him, I pray for his mercy. Then Srila Maharaj started speaking on Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Yesterday we were hearing that how this devotee Sri Manohar Das, he is praying that Paraner Paran Jar Roop Sanatan Ar Raghunath Yugal Jivan. That what is the speciality of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami? That he considered Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami as well as Srila Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, and Pandit Krishna Das as well as Lokanath, means Srila Lokanath Goswami. All these devotees, they were like Paraner Paran Jar, they were life of his life. Yesterday Srila Maharaj started explaining that how each and every person, for them, their own self, their soul itself is dear to them. Their soul is dear to them. How we heard that if you are in your home, your mother is considered your best friend. When you are in foreign land, your knowledge is considered your best friend. When you are sick, medicine considered as your best friend. But still the time comes when all these things cannot help you, cannot act as best friend. But dharma, following the path of religion, is such that in this lifetime or in any other lifetime, always helpful, always act as your best friend. That's why in this verse it was advised that what one has to do, even at the cost of one's life, which is very dear to oneself, on the cost of one's own life, what one should do, one should follow the path of dharma, like Yudhishthira Maharaj did. Even though he knew that if he is going to tell Duryodhana that how he has to appear in front of his mother when she will open her eyes, so at that time he knew that it is for certain that five of us, 5 Pandavas, will not live in this world more. But still, at the cost of his life, that doesn't matter whatever happens to me, but still I have to tell him the truth. And that's why he gave more preference to dharma than his own life. That's why dharma itself taken care of him, protected all the Pandavas, nothing happened to them. So in this way, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, what he did, that like Srila Yudhishthir Maharaj gave more preference from he did not give so much preference to his life, but more preference he gave to following dharma. So in the same way, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami also, at the cost of his own life even, he gave more preference to the words of Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. That's why, like following his footsteps, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, he has written that Shri Rupa Manjari Pada Sei Mora Sampada. In that he mentions that Sei Mora Vedera Dharam, that following his footsteps, Srila Rupa Goswami's footsteps, is my Sei Mora Vedera Dharam. That is the only religion for me, which I give most gravity, which I give more importance. So in this way, Sei Mora Vedera Dharam. So for Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he also accepted the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami as his life of his life. Only dharma which he accepted in his life was that. And then Srila Maharaj started mentioning that how Premete Vithar Ang Chaitanya Charan Bhring Srinivase Dayar Adhin. He was always intoxicated in prema, immersed in prema, and his mind was always fixed at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet is compared with lotus, and Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami is been compared with bee. So this bee is taking nectar, always drinking nectar from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srinivase Dayar Adhin. He was always merciful to Srinivasacharya. Because of his qualities, he was captured, his heart was captured. Sabe mili rasa swad bhav bhare unmad ei vyavasay chiradin. Sabe mili rasa swad. Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami used to sit with all these devotees, Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and used to relish the rasa. Sabe mili rasa swad bhav bhare unmad, and always filled with bhav. They were having unmad. Unmad means again intoxicated. Yes, they were mad in love, so intoxicated. So Sabe Mili Rasa Swad Ei Vyavasay Chiradin. That was the only business for forever for them. Ei Vyavasay. Vyavasay means business. Chiradin means for all the time. This was the only business. This was the only profession which they were having. That they always used to sit together and relish rasa. And in this way become completely mad in love. At this point, Srila Maharaj mentioned that how they were sitting together and relishing rasa. Bhav mein bharkar, bhav bhare means Srila Maharaj mentioned that they crossed all the stages. Khanti, avyartha, kalatvam. They were like in all these stages manifested in their life. Khanti, even if the cause of anger was there, but they never ever get angry for anything. Why? Because they are completely intoxicated in something else. Avyartha kalatvam. They were not passing even a single moment except relishing this rasa. Naam Gane Sada Khanti avyart kalaptam, virakti man shunyata. They were completely detached from anything of this material world. Why? Because they were completely attached at the lotus feet of Lord. Man shunyata. They were not desiring any material prestige from anybody. Naam, uske baad Asha ban samut kanta naam gane sada rati. So all these stages Srila Maharaj is mentioning that they were always engaged in relishing the rasa which is there in Naam Prem Rasa. They were always relishing that, and they were in this kind of situation. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned that even though Srinivasacharya Prabhu's name is also there, but when Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he is sitting with Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and when he is sitting with Srinivasacharya or other devotees, then it is not that the same kind of subject matter is being discussed. There are different categories. At this point, Srila Maharaj, he quoted one verse that Antarang Layya Kare Prem Aswadan, Bahirang Layya Kare Naam Sankirtan. It is mentioned that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Antarang Layya Kare Ras Aswadan. When he is with his devotees like Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sri Rai Ramananda Prabhu, what he does? Prem Aswadan. The topics of Prema comes and then they discuss all those things and relish Rasa. Vahi Rang Layya Kare. But those devotees who are not of the same level, those who are not so, like they are not having interest into that particular stage. So with them what they do? Kare Naam Sankirtan. Engage with them in Naam Sankirtan. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that it should not be considered that they are merciful to those devotees with whom they discuss only confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and they are less merciful to those with whom they get engaged in Naam Sankirtan. It is not like that. But according to the Adhikar, they are very expert. Srila Maharaj mentions sometimes that what is the definition of a Acharya? A personality. Desh Kal Supatragya. A personality who is well versed in Desh, Kal and Patra. Means at what place, what kind of thing should be spoken or not spoken, how one is supposed to behave or not behave. Who is well expert in this, that person is known as Acharya. Desh, Kal, Supatragya. One of the very special characteristic of a person who is real Acharya. That he knows what is supposed to be served in what time. So in this way, when Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami also, he is sitting with the devotees like Srila Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, then automatically the topics related to rasa used to manifest, and all of them they used to relish it. But then when there are devotees, those who are not on the same level with them, different other topics used to be discussed. This is what is also been seen in the life of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Leela Sudha Surudhuni Rasik Mukutumani Rasa Veshe Gad Gad Hiya. Leela Sudha Surudhuni. The topics which they used to discuss, these Shad Goswamis, the topics they used to discuss among themselves, those topics were related with those pastimes of the Lord, Leela Sudha, where just by starting that one starts relishing, one starts drinking the nectar, Surudhuni, and it was like the flow of Ganga, continuously drinking that nectar. Rasika Mukutumani, that's why all these Shad Goswamis, they are being counted by the great personalities, not only Rasik, means those who know the rasa, those who relish the rasa, and those who are having qualification to make other to drink the rasa. So they are Rasik Mukutumani, they are not only Rasik, they are topmost among the Rasik devotees. Rasa Veshe Gad Gad Hiya. They are always having Rasa Avesh, means they are completely absorbed in that rasa, intoxicated. Gad Gad Hiya. Their heart is always melting. Their heart is always feeling great happiness all the time. Again, Srila Maharaj mentioned the meaning of Avesh today, Rasa Veshe, because they are completely absorbed, enchanted by Rasa. Then Maharaj mentioned Avesh. What is the meaning of Avesh? He speaks always this from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, where it has been mentioned that Yadi hai Avesh, tabe tate hai Pravesh. When a person is having Avesh, Avesh means, Avesh ko kya kahenge? Absorption. Yadi hai Avesh, tabe tate hai Pravesh. Srila Maharaj just gave one or two stories that one time the daughter of Chol Raj, she was haunted by the ghost. So when she is haunted by the ghost, at that time she is not acting in a normal way, because she is haunted by a ghost. So she is acting in a very different way. But it is not that she is doing something. This ghost is forcing her to do whatever he wants, and that way she is enacting. So in the same way, when a person absorbs his mind in somebody, then what happens? Srila Maharaj mentioned in this material world as well as in spiritual world, it is seen that they get so absorbed in that they don't act normally, they act according to the direction of others. Like this daughter of Chol Raj, she is acting as she is being directed by this ghostly person. So a person to whomsoever he is attracted, then what happens? That person becomes his controller. And in the same way, Srila Maharaj mentioned that because they are always absorbed in rasa, so this rasa itself becomes their controller. It's not that they relish rasa, but the rasa itself takes its personified form and force them to dance in that particular situation. Like Srila Maharaj mentioned sometime about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that when Mahaprabhu was in Kashi, Prakashanand Saraswati, he invited him and he asked that, oh, I heard that you are Krishna Chaitanya, I heard your name, and I have heard that you always roll on the ground, tears fall from your eyes, you are like a bhavuk. And at that time, the answer which came from Mahaprabhu, he said, actually I have one thing to tell, that I don't do anything like that, but this is the potency of Naam itself. As soon as I start chanting the name of Lord, this Naam Prabhu is so powerful that it brings me into this situation which I myself don't know, that I am dancing or I am crying or I am rolling on the ground. I don't know myself, but this thing happens automatically by the potency of Naam Prabhu. So in the same way, Srila Maharaj is mentioning Rasa Veshe, that they were in such a stage where as soon as they sit together, the flow of Rasa as a stream of Ganga, it flows in such a way that makes them feel completely intoxicated, and they were always in that trance. Leela Sudha Surudhuni Rasik Mukutmani Rasa Veshe Gad Gad Hiya. This was their condition. Aho Aho Rag Sindhu. So this devotee is mentioning that, oh, what kind of personality you are. Oh Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, you are Rag Sindhu. Rag means a person who is having very deep attachment for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. You are Rag Sindhu. You are having that much rag, that much attachment for their lotus feet, which I can compare only with ocean. I don't have any other word for this. Aho Aho Rag Sindhu, Aho Deen Jan Bandhu. You are the friend of those people, those who are Deen. Srila Maharaj mentioned what is the meaning of Deen at this place. Then he mentioned that when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested in this world, he started distributing prema all around, and those people who did not still accepted the method which is been shown by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the teachings which is emanated from his lotus mouth, whoever has not offered their ears for that, those people are known as Deen. Deen means fallen, bereft of auspiciousness. So Srila Maharaj mentioned this is what he is saying, that Deen Janar Bandhu, that I am a person, even though I am living in the same time when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world, when devotees like you are here in this world, but still I am so unfortunate that I don't give my ears to your words. I don't really pay attention. That's why I am Deen. And you are Deen Janar Bandhu. You are the friend of people like me. And then Srila Maharaj gave another meaning of Deen. That what is the meaning? Yastu asantushta. A person who is unsatisfied all the time. He is known as Deen. Means fallen. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that why a person does not become satisfied. Because the demands of each and every person, because all of us are having 5 senses, and 5 senses needs their object for complete satisfaction. But in this material world there is nothing. In 14 planetary system everywhere, does not matter whatever one attains, but can never become satisfied, because the object itself is not having such a power that they can fulfill the desire of other. Like Srila Maharaj gave example of food, that if you start eating, then what happens? After some time you feel that you cannot eat more. It does not matter how many palatable good food is there in front of you, but still you cannot feel that you can eat more, because you have some limit. But this transcendental thing is such that you eat as much as you want, still you will hanker to eat more and more. You will feel that you are never ever satisfied. And then on the other side, Srila Maharaj mentioned that but this thrust in this transcendental realm, when you are not feeling satisfied, that will give real satisfaction. Even though your thrust will increase more and more, but still you will be considered that you are satisfied. On the other side, in this material world, does not matter how much you take, but still you will never feel satisfaction. Never ever feel satisfaction of anything of this material world. So, yastu asantushta, a person who is never satisfied, is called Deen, a fallen person. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned only the devotees of Krishna, they can be fully satisfied. Not even the devotees of Lord Ram. Maharaj mentioned this many times. Not even the devotees of Krishna, those who are in Shantarasa. Not the devotees who are in Sakhya Rasa. Not the devotees who are in Vatsalya Rasa. They will be also lacking something. But then there are devotees who are in Madhurya Rasa. Srila Maharaj used the word Kanta Rasa. Unless and until they are in Kanta Rasa, they can never get full satisfaction. And the devotees of Krishna can get only full satisfaction. Why? Because Krishna is the reservoir of all 5 rasas. And everything is there in him in complete form. That's why only the devotees of Krishna, and especially those who are the follower of Kanta Rasa, they can meet with full satisfaction. All others comes under the category of Deen, that they are Deen. So in this way, he is mentioning that, O Srila Gopala Bhatta Goswami, you are such a personality that who is the friend of fallen. Means you can give me entrance into that special Kanta Rasa, which you yourself are relishing all the time. Deen aho deen jana bandhu, yash gaye jagat bhoriya. Each and every person who really knows about rasa, who is mature enough to enter deeply into these subject matters, they definitely always sing your glories and beg your mercy to get entrance into this particular rasa. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that Srila Gopala Bhatta Goswami is sitting with all these devotees and relishing rasa. Why? Because it has been mentioned, Sajatya Ashe Snigdha. Sajatya Ashe Snigdha श्लोक टा की बोलें? Sajatya Ashe स्वतः हमारे. So Srila Maharaj mentioned that he himself was following in his own conduct. Sajatiya Ashay, those devotees who were Sajatiya, Srila Maharaj mentioned those who were completely absorbed in Kanta Rasa, same Rasa. So that's why what he did, he was always relishing that in their company. He was always staying in that association. Sajatiya Ashay Snigdha, those who were very, very affectionate toward him also. So he was residing with them all the time. That's why Srila Maharaj mentioned, unless and until, like in this material world also we see that when people they arrange for a feast, unless and until they cook all kind of like Shad Ras Bhojan, means they prepare all, Shad Ras means 6 kind of different rasas are there, salty, sweet, this and that. So they prepare the preparations of all 6 rasas, because each and every person does not like same rasa. Everybody got their preference that, oh, I don't take sweet, I take sweet. I don't like this thing, I like that thing. So that's why if you want to satisfy somebody, then what you have to do? You have to prepare all the rasas. So whatever they desire, they can get. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned Chaturvida Shri Bhagavad Prasado. 4 kind of prasadam. What is that? That somebody, those who are having teeth, they like to chew some things. Somebody, those who have no teeth, they want that they should attain only liquid. And then Srila Maharaj mentions Charvye Choshe, those things which one can lick. No, Chosh. Sak. Charvye Choshe, Lejja means, I don't know. Peya. Peya means drink. Leya means licking. So 4 kind of different preparations are there. So Srila Maharaj mentioned, that's why it is mentioned that when you have to arrange festival, then you have to think about everybody, that people will be there, those who are having no teeth. So you have to cook for them also something, so that they can be satisfied. So that's why Krishna is such a personality who is having so, like, he is reservoir of all the rasas, and he can fully satisfy anybody and everybody, does not matter whatever rasa they desire. Nobody else can do that. That's why it has been mentioned, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Sankirtan of Krishna is possible. Why? Because he is the reservoir of all the rasas. Sankirtan means, Maharaj mentioned, Samyak Rasera Kirtan, a personality in whom all the rasas are present. Then and only then he can satisfy. So that's why Shri Krishna Sankirtan. Ram Sankirtan is not there. Narsingha Sankirtan is not there. Only Krishna Sankirtan. And Krishna Sankirtan means also Brajendra Nandan Krishna. Not Dwarikadish Krishna, Mathuradish Krishna. He is the only one who can satisfy, because they cannot satisfy some other devotees. But Krishna, Brajendra Nandan Krishna, he is having each, and he is the reservoir of all the rasas. He can satisfy anybody and everybody. So then he mentions, Ha ha murti sumadhur, Ha ha karunarpur, Ha ha chinta mani gun khani. He is using this word ha ha 2 times. When this word is being used, ha ha means when a person feels great lamentation. It's like if somebody say fie on me, fie on me. So at that time he uses this word ha ha. Ha ha murti sumadhur, a personality whose form itself was the embodiment of love. Ha ha murti sumadhur, ha ha karunarpur. Karunarpur, Maharaj mentioned this word. Karuna means mercy, and pur means what? Pur is some, like if you make a sweet preparation, and in that sweet preparation itself you put one rasgulla in between. There are some sweets in Navadvip also you can find, like you eat it externally, it is like a hard shell, hard thing to eat, and then once you open it with hand, then you will see small rasgulla also in that. So that rasgulla is called pur. Means externally something different, and inside there is this tasty rasgulla is there, that it makes like this sweet more relishable. So that's why he is mentioning that you are Karunar Pur. You are such a personality, even though externally it may seem that you relish only rasa with your confidential devotees, not with everybody. But as soon as one tries to get entrance through Nam Sankirtan and follows the proper path, then you show your complete mercy toward them. Nishkapat Kripa. You give your mercy from your heart at that time. So you are such a personality. Haha Chinta Mani Gun Khani. You are a personality who is like compared with Chinta Mani, that kind of particular jewel who can fulfill all kind of desires. Whatever desire one is having, and with whatever desire one approaches at your lotus feet, you are able to fulfill all those desires. You are Gun Khani, Chinta Mani Gun Khani. You are the mine of all special qualities. O Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Haha Prabhu Ek Bar. But what is my condition? That I have not really taken all benefit when you mercifully awarded your association. At that time I did not took complete benefit of it. Haha Prabhu Ek Bar, oh my Lord, oh my Prabhu, at least one time again, Dekhao Madhuri Sar, you can show me that particular form of yours, which is the essence of all the objects which are considered very sweet in this world. Madhuri Sar, you can show me that. Shri Charan Kamal Lavani, that particular Lavani means Lavanya, the luster of your lotus feet, which was so special, but now I am bereft of it. You can show me that at least once again in my life to make me fortunate. Anek janmer pare, ashesh bhagyer tare, tua parikar pad paye. If a person, ashesh janmer pare, Srila Maharaj mentioned that we attain this human form of life after 84,100,000 species. This human form is very rare to attain. And then Srimad Bhagavatam mentions much more rare is the association of sadhus. And then Srila Maharaj mentioned among those who are the devotees of Kantarasa, having that kind of fortune that you can come in their association is very rare. But still, what happened? Anek janmer pare, even though I got your association, Ashesh Bhagyer Tare, because of some great good fortune of mine, Tua Parikar Pad Paye, but still I have not taken benefit. But now, I pray that at least I can get the shelter of those devotees, those who are counted among your Parikar, those who have taken your complete mercy into their heart, those who are benefited by your association. I want Tua Parikar Pad Paye, that at least I can attain their lotus feet now. Nij kar mere doshe, majinu vishay rase, janm govainu khali khaye. Nij kar mere doshe, because of my own misdeeds, the results of my previous karmas. Nij karma kar mere doshe, majinu vishay rase. Even after attaining association of devotees like you, still I am more inclined to relish the objects of this material world. Janam govainu khali khai. I have passed my life while eating that particular object. Can say like khali means from this mustard seeds. When a person takes oil out of mustard seeds, then whatever is remaining left, like fiber or whatever it is, that's when it becomes dry, they give it to the cow and buffalo. So buffalo and cow, they eat it. So this particular thing is called khali. So this Manohar Das is mentioning that how I am passing my life. Janam govainu khali khai. I am passing my life by eating that particular thing in which there is no rasa at all, and considering that so much rasa is there in the objects of this material world, and I am still engaging myself in all those things. Nij karamir doshe, because of my own karma dosh, by the fault of, by my misdeeds, I am engaged in that. Janam gawainu khali khai. I am eating only dry thing in which there is no rasa, and the rasa which you are bestowing, I have never ever tasted that. That's my great misfortune. Aparad pade mane. Even though now I am in such a stage that I am able to recollect that what offenses I have made, and by the result of those offenses I did not really relish your association, did not took benefit out of your association. Tathapi tomar gune patitu pavan asha band. But still, great hope comes in my heart that by your mercy, tathapi tomar gune, because of your special qualities, I will not be bereft of all these rasas. I will also get entrance into it. At this point, Srila Maharaj mentioned 2 or 3 verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita and different other places. First is that Je jato patit hai, tomar daya tato hai. Means a person, if a person is very fallen, then the mercy of great personalities first comes to them. So he is mentioning that I am very fallen, that's why I am a proper recipient of your mercy. And then second thing, Srila Maharaj mentioned from this Kirtan, Krishna Dev Bhavantam Vande. In that it is mentioned, Bhakti Rudanchyati Yadyapi Madhav Natvai Mam Til Matri. That, oh Madhav, even though I don't have bhakti in my heart, even very little bhakti is not there. Bhakti Rudanchyati Yadyapi Madhav Natvai Mam Til Matri. Even like sesame seed, even that much, very little bhakti is also not there in my heart. But still, then Srila Maharaj mentions that, oh, if Madhav can ask, then why you are praying for my mercy then? If you are not qualified, you don't have bhakti, so why you are asking for mercy? Then he said that, oh, but still, by seeing your special qualities, Parameshwarta Tadupita Vadika. One side, my faults are there. On other side, mercy of such a great personality like you is there. I know that that mercy will be victorious, and my qualities will be these qualities will be unseen, and I will also become the recipient of your mercy. So in this way, Parameshwarata Tadupita Vadika, Durghat Ghatan Vidhatri, that thing can happen which is impossible to happen by your desire. So that's why I get inclined to pray like that. So in this way, Srila Maharaj concluded that Yadyapi apanar doshe hai khog, tathapi tomar gune upajay log. That even though when I consider that how many faults I am having, I always become unhappy. I always become morose. That, oh, what is my condition? But as soon as I remember your qualities, one after another, a great greed manifests in my heart that yes, I am going to attain that thing. This gives me great hope in my heart. So in this way, this devotee Sri Manohar Das, he is mentioning Aparad Pade Mane, even though I am able to recollect what offenses I have made, Tathapi Tomar Gune, but still because of your special qualities, Patit Pavan Asha Bandhu, I know that I am Patit and you can purify me. This is my firm conviction. Lobete Chanchal Mati upekhile nahi gati. My mind is always greedy to receive your mercy. Upekhile nahi gati. Oh my dear master, if you will not be merciful to me, if you will be indifferent, if you reject me, if you will be indifferent to me, then where I will go, where I can take shelter. Fukarai Manohar Mand. This unintelligent Manohar Das is again and again with lamentation offering his prayers at your lotus feet that please be merciful to me, please be merciful to me. So in this way Srila Maharaj concluded. 1 minute और पूजा करे निबे 2 मिनट आरती करे निक सर. The devotees who want to Tarun Krishna Prabhu and Mataji, they can please get ready soon.